What do you think is the most difficult game to stream? The most difficult game to stream? That's such an impossible question. Disco Elysium is a great example. But the thing about Disco Elysium is like, there's guaranteed some viewers who love that game so much, they just want to watch someone else play it. It's kind of like the Outer Wilds. But I think Disco Elysium is probably the toughest game because it is so dialogue based and so easy to get lost if the viewer blinks for a second and like misses something. I was trying to find what the lowest viewership game on Twitch is to see if it answers your question, but it actually wouldn't make sense. It would just be random. It would be a game that no one's played. Oh, I'll tell you what's a hard game to stream. Raid Shadow Legends, baby. You see big streamers try to stream this game and pretend they're enjoying it. They gotta fucking lock in and be like, oh, wow, this hero can do this? This would be really funny. We should find somebody who has to do a gacha game ad. We should just fucking love bomb this guy. But I'm worried that it would, first of all, you guys would be stupid. And then second of all, that it would possibly lose them the sponsorship, maybe. Marketing Monday on sponsored streams. I could do one. That'd be interesting. That's actually not a bad idea because I know them in and out from both sides. I've sold sponsored streams. I've bought sponsored streams. I've been in sponsored streams. I've had to cancel sponsored streams. I've done the whole thing. I think that could be interesting. My favorite sponsored stream story, we sold RuneScape on a 4-person activation and we brought it to Mango. And we're like, Mango, we're going to give you fucking $10,000 to play RuneScape for a few hours. And then the day before he goes live, brags about the money, calls it Runestone, talks absolute shit on it, talks absolute shit on the game. He's like, I don't know, fucking know about this game, but I'm gonna play fucking Runestone for money, baby. It goes #1 on the RuneScape subreddit of all of them complaining that like top RuneScape creators don't get paid. And here's Mango who fucking hates the game and getting paid. And we had to sit there and talk with JGX executives. And explain how that's the Mango. Okay, that's the Mango, dude. You don't understand. He's the GOAT. That was a tough one. Well, unfortunately for Mango, they wouldn't allow him to do it. But fortunately, that was a big come up for Connor Eats Pants. Connor Eats Pants, I believe it had less viewership than Mango at the time, yet got the full payout. That was pretty hype. Did Mango get paid? No, Mango didn't fucking get paid, bro. He didn't do the stream. Mango did not get paid, bro. He almost got the whole thing canceled for everybody. The subreddit wanted the whole thing called off. Yeah, exactly. Like, we almost lost the whole thing, which was like pretty cringe, but it worked out. And I remember for Raid, we did a Raid sponsorship. This is for Lud, early days, like just me and Stans fucking running it all while we're doing our day jobs. And we got the biggest Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship ever for Ludwig to run a melee tournament. And we had this big thermometer on the stream that would fill up as people tried Raid to get unlock more and more prize pool. And we went on the stream and we're like, hey, listen, melee community, dead serious. If you guys download Raid and go through the tutorial, this thing fills up and we get a huge prize pool for melee. And melee's got a fucking diehard community. So they all did it and then instantly uninstalled. Like when Raid Shadow Legends agreed to the deal, it was because they thought normal whale percent would apply, which is their goal is to get 1,000 people to download it, whatever. And then 50 of them will get super addicted. They'll spend a lot of money. That's the idea. Like they're banking on the law of large numbers. They get enough people to download it, some of them will get addicted. But with Melee, everyone's broke and everyone's die hard. They'll do exactly what it takes. So we filled the thermometer instantly, but like they looked at the numbers and they were like, literally nobody's playing. Like literally, this is the lowest percentage conversion we've ever had. We got the most downloads and the lowest conversion percent ever. And so they were pissed. And we were like, well, man, that's fucking tough for you. You signed the fucking deal though, right? Like we already locked, we actually were very specific on the language. Me and Stans were specific on the language. We kind of got him and we're like, yeah, that's fucking rough, man. I don't know, tell your boss. And then they threatened. They straight up threatened to say, hey, we're not paying. I mean, I guess this guy was so mad that he was gonna have to tell his boss that they fucked up, that he was like, no, we're not paying. Like, you'll figure it out. We're not paying. And that's when we got fucking serious. Again, Ludwig was a lot smaller then, and we didn't have the same level of options, but it was like we were considering going nuclear, which would be a tweet. It would be Ludwig tweeting out like, hey, Raid is scamming me, and then starting a whole thing. We were thinking about that. What we kind of did was like, not even threaten that because that's bad business. Forget how we did it, but we like brought it up as an option. Me and Stans in the call, we were like, yeah, I don't know. Ludwig's just so mad about this. He might go crazy. And it was like very much like we're on your side. Listen, we get it. We get it, bro. You want to higher conversion rates. It's just so frustrating because we had this deal and Ludwig's being really mad about it. And you know, he got that big social platform. It was like that kind of thing. And so they got the hint. But also, this guy, I mean, clearly, we have to understand, this is one thing that I've learned having worked on both sides of this, is that the person you're talking to is not the fucking CEO. They have a boss who's given them a budget, and they have to deliver on that or they're in trouble. It's their job. It's not their money. They can't be fucking around with it. And so you have to give them something. I think what we did was everyone had already downloaded it and played it and then uninstalled it. We were like, they have to complete the tutorial. I think that's what it was. If you beat the full tutorial, the exact thing, and claim your free reward or whatever, then we'd count it as a thing. So we went back on stream and we're like, all right, guys, we talked to Raid. Can you please finish the tutorial? And then everyone did it instantly, but I guess some people did get addicted. Unfortunately, I mean, that's how fucking Raid works. Because they didn't come back and get mad. Either that or they just didn't want to fight us anymore. Either way, definitely stop caring. Yeah, I just don't think, I mean, from my understanding, the Melee community did not fucking play Raid. And I guess they realized it was a losing battle. Because when we did the renegotiation, we were also like, okay, but if we do this, this is it. Like, we are locking this to a deal. You are giving us your word that if we get into a tutorial, it counts. And so it's like, they couldn't really come back to us. The worst esport to market to? What do you mean? Like when I was at NVIDIA, they're all pretty bad. Bro, the conversion rate on paying for ads at an esports event was like pretty bad for everything. All of them are pretty bad. So many brands lost big bank paying millions for Overwatch League ad spots, and like the viewership was not even close to worth that. Dude, I remember, I'm friends with Stans. He worked at Gen G. He's like, hey, can you get our CEO a meeting at NVIDIA to talk sponsorships? I was like, all right, deal. So I get him in a room with me and my like higher up. And it's the CEO of Gen G. And he's like, we are the best Overwatch League team in the world. Slide 1. Slide 2. Paying for our logo on our jerseys and our activations is unmatched in the world of esports. Slide 3. We can make content like no one else will ever believe. And then like slide 4 was like, and all it'll cost you is $1.4 million. And then we're like, okay, we generally do like hardware deals. Like we just give teams GPUs. And he could not get out of that room faster. The second we told him we weren't going to spend money, we were like, yeah, we can give you 3080s. He was out, he packed up his briefcase and he was out so quick. Yeah, I mean, esports is just full of huge exaggerations. The best thing, if you were in esports at a certain time in the business side of it, you'd see 100 different PowerPoint presentations that all started the same way. And it was like, the NBA finals gets 11 million viewers. The MLB finals gets 8 million viewers. League of Legends World Championship gets 11 million. Esports is going to take over real sports. Bearing in mind that League of Legends number is like 8 million Chinese fake number, like hugely exaggerated. But it would always be like this graph showing that esports is about to pass hockey and basketball. It was always that. There was some Newzoo stat about that and everybody used it in their slides. And it was like the first time you could tell that you're dealing with somebody that was like trying to scam you. Not that esports isn't growing and not that it's big. It's big. It's just like not there yet. And it's also like way more international and less easy to make money on. Esports in the West is cooked, but League is so amazing. Esports in the West isn't cooked. Esports is not cooked anywhere. I mean, the teams are cooked because esports only makes money for the gaming company. That's what they've figured out. That esports is a really good business if you own the game. Riot Games likes esports because it gets you to play the game and buy skins. But if you are one of the teams who has no negotiating leverage, you have to pay a lot of money for a franchise slot. It's hard to sell sponsorships on your one little rinky-dink team, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that big. Actual fans only care about their favorite player. If he switches teams, you have no fans. What is there to be a fan of another player? They're fans of the team, or you're a fan of the Warriors. And if they draft somebody new and then someone else retires or gets traded, people stay fans of the Warriors. It's because they have like regional power. They have like a regional monopoly and they have enough fans in that area, but no esport has gotten even close to big enough or long enough to have that kind of regional proprietorship. So Overwatch League semi-tried it, but the problem is, number one, they don't have enough fans. And then number two, all of the players were Korean. Every team was regional, but they were just all Korean. I mean, they were all imports. So it just doesn't work, bro. I feel like it'll turn around in time. It's possible. Like, I mean, again, the number of people that are digitally native, you know, Gen Z, Gen Alpha that fucking love watching esports more than regular sports is growing. Don't get me wrong. The problem is like, we haven't seen games really with the longevity. League of Legends, very long running, very good. Don't get me wrong. And then Counter-Strike, very long running, very good. Don't get me wrong. They're there. It's nowhere close to what, you know, real sports are at. And their player bases are declining. Like, The viewership is still there for League Worlds, but the player base for League in North America is dead. It's just dead. It's gone. And like League has only been out, not that 10 years, right? 10, 20, 15 years. Is there any way to get into an esports profession right now, or is it even not worth it? If you mean like working in esports, I would say it's one of the worst times ever. You'd have a better time in 1999, like going to Quake tournaments and like right now is so fucking bad. I'm exaggerating, I'm joking, but like this is a really bad time if you want to go work in esports. Like everybody's laying off, there's no money, but something always finds a way. There aren't jobs in esports right now, and the competition to get into gaming right now is brutal because of all the layoffs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, gaming and tech have both been hit with massive layoffs. I think I have a slide that I could perchance show you. A little sneak peek. This is gaming industry layoffs. Each dot is a layoff. This is January of this year. Do you see that? How fucking ridiculous that is? It's just a terrible time. I mean, I have so many friends in the industry that are getting hit with it right now. So I would just say, like, obviously things will find a way, 100%. Gaming revenue didn't even go down last year. It's an absurdly tough time. It's like not a normal tough time. It's an absurdly tough time.